Welcome back, guys. Today I want to show you a few examples of how Instacart works. So my first order is just for one person. It has 9 items and the store for pickup is at Publix. And once you accept the order and you start your shopping, this is how it'll show up on the page. So starting from the top, it'll have the customer's name. To the right of that, there's a message bubble. That's where you click on if you need to contact the customer specifically to ask them about a specific item or a replacement. It tells you how many items you need to pick. If there's something that needs to be in review, whether you're getting a different item or a different amount, it'll show up in the in review section. And then whenever you scan an item, it'll show up in the done section. As you can see, every single item will be listed in the specific aisle, and it'll also show you the amount of the item as well. As you can see, the watermelon, they want 2 of those watermelon chunks, and then you'll need to put in the specific weight. So I'm going to go ahead and scan the watermelon. I accidentally scanned the wrong item. I guess the one that I scanned was a little bit less. It weighed less than the other ones. You know, sometimes they'll have different portion sizes. So when that happens, you basically just try to look for the correct item, and you can click on scan different item, or sometimes you might not have that option to do that, so you have to replace it, and you can go ahead and make a replacement. Click on that tab. If I ever have to make a replacement, I always contact the customer first to let them know and to make sure they're okay with it. So I found my correct watermelon. I'm going to scan it, and then I have to enter the quantity. So you only scan one, and then if there's more than one, then you just put the quantity in. You don't have to scan all of them. So I put in 2, and then you do have to indicate the weight that's specifically on that item. So I had 2 of those, so I had to add up my pounds for both watermelons, and that came up to 4.63. Hit confirm, and then you move on to your next item. So I went ahead and went to aisle 2. I found my items right away, scanned them, put in the quantity, and did the same thing for the next item in the same aisle. So that's basically the gist of it. Paying attention to the specific details on each item is going to be key. You want to make sure that you know the quantity that you're getting. I prefer to look over the details prior to me getting to the aisle, so I know that, okay, I'm getting 5 of these items and it's going to be 7 ounces, not the 12-ounce one. So paying attention to those things will help you with your time. Going over your goal time does show up in your standings. So you want to make sure that you try to beat the goal time every single time so that you don't have a poor record, because the customers can see that as well. So I made it to the end of my order. As you can see, it only took me 8 minutes and some change. So now I'm heading to checkout. Every time you check out, it'll tell you how you need to check out. You'll either be checking out as debit, they'll give you a debit PIN number as you can see up at the top, or they'll tell you to check out via credit. And then you just follow the instructions that are on the page. You put all your items on the belt as per usual, as you would do for your own shopping. And then once you do that, you do have to scan a QR code. And you won't be able to scan the QR code until the cashier scans the first item, and it'll show up on the screen there. And then you just follow the prompts on your screen and go from there. The debit PIN does change every single transaction. You will not have the same PIN twice. You will get your own debit card in the mail once you sign up. So once you pay for your order, you don't have to worry about getting a receipt. Publix is one of the stores where they don't give receipts. So once you click on Start Delivery, it will give you a page where you can navigate to the customer's address. Once you arrive, it's going to prompt you to scan an item just to make sure that you have the correct order if you have multiple orders. Once you do that, then you just complete the next delivery steps, whether it's to meet the customer or to leave the order at the door and then take a photo. Once you take your photo, then you just hit complete delivery and you're all set. So I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.